and welcome back to my channel. Let me ask you a question. Are you sustainably hobby hopping? Because I know I'm not. And I'll be the first to say it. I am a hobby hopper. I get the things, I do the research, I get excited, I collect everything I need. I do it for a couple of months, and then they just sit waiting for me until the next time. So if you're like me and you want to start having more sustainable hobbies, this is a video for you where I'm basically gonna be listing all the hobbies that I do and how I plan on reheating these nachos. If you'd like, you can use this list to, maybe start new hobbies, but most importantly, if you've already started them, use this as a way to spice things up and make them interesting. Give those crochet hooks a second life, use those journals, and hobby hop responsibly. Oh, I feel like I should do a campaign. Okay, let's get started. So the first thing that I wanted to reheat was Legos. So I actually started this one most recently, and because I know myself, what I did was I bought the 3-in-1 Legos. So the point of this set is that you get like a set amount of Legos and you can like reorganize them or reassemble them to like make these 3 different things, and it comes with different bags and different instructions. So far I've made the whatever this is called. Right now my mic is on it. I made the microphone. It's actually really fun to do. I've never used Legos before. Because Legos are expensive, I feel like this has been an easy way to like save money on it because I get like 3 sets in one. So the next thing that I'm getting back into is gaming. So I have my Switch. Ooh, not the handprints. Give me a second, sorry. So I know I'm not the only one who bought the Switch during Covina for Animal Crossing, and then the game ended up being boring because I finished everything. So before I mentioned the game I'm about to mention, I really tried to get into games where there's something to come back to and it's like progression is like paced. I feel like with Animal Crossing, it was like play, and then like you basically clear the plot once you built everything all like in a short amount of time. So one of the games that I've been playing and having most fun with is Stardew Valley. Miss Girl has kept me busy. Every weekend, I make sure I play. Now, I'm in the winter season, so it's a little boring. I feel like making to-do lists even before I play has been helping make sure I come back. So like this is an example of it in my Notion. I'm like, oh, I did this. These are my goals. This is what I want to do when I come back. And a new way I've like spiced things up was getting another type of simulator, which is Tomodachi, where they don't have jobs, thank God. And you just like guide them. You're like a big sister. In my world, I have Caribbean Island and they call me Big Sister General. And I like the fact that they encourage you to play every day. So now that means like after work or before work, I just like, play a little, get my little dopamine boost. It's actually so interesting and there's always something new. I recommend it if you haven't played yet. The next one on the list is crocheting. I'm not gonna lie. This is part of a blanket I was supposed to be making, and I said I was gonna be done with this 2 years ago. And it's getting ridiculous now. So I want to get into that and finish that blanket this year, but most importantly this summer, I want to crochet a shrug. I've made a black one before, but I want to make like a rainbow colored one. So I guess having crochet projects based off this season is like a fun way that I'm like reintroducing things. Nothing too thick because it's summer, of course. The next thing is exercise/skating. So I combine this into one. The skating is the motivation to go to the gym. Now I've been on and off skating since 2020. As you know, during the lockdown, people were doing stuff and some of that stuff was skating. So I bought skates. I haven't been as consistent as I would like. So something that I've been wanting to like really be intentional about this summer, especially since the fact that it's summer and like I feel like roller skating is on theme, is to learn new tricks. Like all I know how to do is stand and roll forward. And I realized I wasn't even doing that well because my posture was so bad my back would hurt. I've already kind of started incorporating at least once a week skating, and because you also need inner leg muscles and I don't have that, I've been going to the gym to build those, which you see how this feeds into itself. So there's that one. The next one that I've been really like into for the past year, but I I feel like I need it to be jazzed up a bit, is journaling. I love me a good journal. I love my journals. I love my journals. Let me show you the first one actually. So I've been junk journaling, oh my gosh, now I can say since like 2024, and this is my first one. I've been, I would say it's done, but not all the pages are done, of course. I've like done so many. This is like my intro page, even though I would say I do more like scrap journaling. So because like I've been doing junk journaling for so long, and that's even where like Joyful Noise Creations inspo to be started came from, I feel like I've kind of like squeezed that lemon dry. So I've been like trying to do other types of journaling to make it more exciting. So first and foremost, this was supposed to be volume 2 of my junk journal, but I've kind of made it like a art escape. And in here, it kind of started with like junk journaling vibes, scrap journaling vibes. I've just been doing kind of whatever, and I'm not gonna show you too much of it because I feel like I've also overshared my journaling online, and that's like put pressure on it. So I fear I must gatekeep and gaslight to ensure the girl bosses. So that's all I've done. I guess I can show you this one. I've loved this one. This is my recent favorite one. So the other type of journaling I've been doing was in here. What I wanted it to be was a screenshot journal, which I got inspo from, I can't remember her name, but I'll put her account here. She essentially has a journal dedicated to like screenshots and ideas so that you can like reference them more frequently rather than just saving them and then never getting back to them again. So that's what I kind of started with in terms of like ideas that I want to do for journaling. It's like there's not enough room for the both of us. Like I print out photos and I add them, and when printing out photos kind of feels like it's a bit much, especially if I have a lot of ideas, I just add the Instagram QR code for it and like kind of write the title so I can remember. And this one's actually so easy. So once you scan it, you go to Instagram. Yeah, so there's this journal, and I don't know, I've been debating on even getting a gaming journal so I can like write all my new info and like the new stuff that happens while I game, like the characters, especially for Tomodachi Life. Tomodachi Life where like you have different characters, you can like write like a spread on them. Like I've just been thinking, I've been brainstorming. So there's that. The next one is baking / cooking. I used to be in my cooking bag. Every weekend, Pinterest and I had a date in the kitchen. I would look for like recipes and like try to make them, and that's how I've made like some of my like staple foods, like just trying different recipes that I thought were interesting. And like a way I want to bring it back, because I don't want to be wasteful. Some of my biggest issues is that you find a recipe, but the ingredients you use, you don't end up using them again, and then they just go bad in your fridge. So a way that I've been trying to bring back cooking and bring it back with a vengeance is to find recipes that are like align with each other. Right. So like if I want to buy an ingredient, I would like search for other recipes that would go with that ingredient so that I can use everything up. Just like challenge myself to have like a good meal prep practice. So like having ingredients that don't go to waste, because also I've been trying to meal prep and it's kind of very hard to motivate yourself on Sunday to make food for the week. So to make it a bit easier to at least have recipes that have reoccurring ingredients has been a way I've been like cooking more, or at least I want to cook more. At least I think that would make me cook more. A subsection for that is baking. I love me a little sweet treat. I am part of SLA, Sugar Lovers Anonymous. I love me a sweet treat. And if I can make one, the better, so at least I know what goes in there. So a way I've been doing that is getting the baking boxes, trying to find a way to be good at making them taste better. So in other words, instead of doing exactly what's on the box, like looking up different ways to make it maybe less fluffy or more dense, making the texture different, I feel like this has made it like fun in my mind, especially if I'm like, okay, let's bake every weekend so we can try a new and different technique. The next one is nails. I love doing nails, but I don't love making them. I just like having them. As you can see, This is the set that I have right now. I made them and they're press-ons. And I feel like press-ons are honestly the easiest way to do nails and not be stuck if you don't want to finish one hand, first of all. I haven't done nails in like months now, but like I've been in my girly bag. As you can see, I got the pink going on. Surprisingly, I have a lot of pink and green behind me, so clearly there's a theme. Along with that, I was like, I want nails again. I want to be like this. I want to talk with my hands, as you've probably been able to tell in this video. With the history of being able to do nails, having all these supplies just sitting around collecting dust makes no sense. So I've been in my nail bag. I've been doing the things. I've been dusting off the brushes, the polishes, so that I can like start doing that again. Next is reading. Would you believe me if I told you I once read this book in 2 weeks? Right. Once again, some Covina nachos. I have a library of books that I bought in 2020 and have not touched since. And because I only read the first book and I was like, oh, I love it, I'm gonna buy more. And then I never went back. They're just collecting dust. So to prevent that, what I'm doing is revisiting those books again because I couldn't really tell you what was going on in book 1. And so in this case, it's A Throne of Glass. Now it's kind of weird coming back to it after so long because when I read it, these characters were older than me and now I'm older than them. So it's kind of crazy. I recommend either reading old books that you haven't read in a while to prevent you from having to buy new ones again, because sometimes you revisit it with a different lens. It helps the memory of the book, I guess, either be better or worse, because now you're like, that didn't make sense when I first read that. Ooh, bonus little thing is I also write book reviews. I've been making myself reread them so that I can see if my book reviews still hold up. This one, I think I did write one and I have it also in my Notion. Either rewriting the review or seeing if it still holds up, because where our frontal lobes develop. Frontal lobes are developed, we have different thought processes, and things may be like, I don't know if I'll let that slide, you know? So there's that. And last but not least, art. I love a good drawing. I love a good drawing. I love a good marker moment, pencil moment, procreate moment. And I just start and stop, and I've never really gotten better. And as you can see, there's a common thread of being a jack of all trades and a master of none, which I'm not a hero of. But I would like to at least progress further than I am each time I revisit the hobby. So for art, I just want to get better. And a thing I've been doing is trying different mediums and like doing different things that I find are interesting. Like I've always loved the gouache art style, but I've always felt like, oh, if I don't have gouache paint, then it won't look good. And I refuse to let myself buy gouache paint because I have a box of acrylic paint that doesn't get used. So I've had this art book for like years now. I have this fear of like completion. So I have like a lot of blank spaces, like I don't fill it out all the way. And so my goal is to finish this. By the end of the summer, I want to fill it up, whether the art is ugly, cute, cuggly, whatever it is. I want to have it complete because I won't get better starting and then being afraid it's gonna look bad. Like I have a lot of unpainted drawings in here that I haven't finished because I'm like, oh, what if it looks bad? Well, then it looks bad. So hopefully you found this video helpful. I'm now realizing that I've given myself a lot to do. I'm not gonna stress over finishing it necessarily this summer. But I wanna like get back to it, be dedicated, and I hope you are too. Don't let's watch this video and let that air dried clay turn into stone. And if it did, it's alright. You can maybe chisel something out of it. I don't know. That's all I have for this video. Hopefully you've been inspired to start and finish some of the hobbies that you've collected over the years, and you're not gonna let them collect dust. You're actually gonna do something with them. So it's great chatting with y'all. I'll see you later. Bye.